Welcome to Live Review, where I review a game over the time I've played it. I'll review the first hour and then continue on until I feel I've gathered enough information about the game to drop a final review. So in the first hour of Nidhogg 2, we have a game that is very similar to the first one. The vast differences is that it looks incredibly different, like no more kind of stick pixel-esque figures. There's this kind of color scheme that looks kind of Muppet-esque, but also like paint splotches just splashed across the screen with eyeballs, and it's pretty funny looking game. It's like really, I would say it's very unique in the game space as we have it right now. Now the areas aren't just different looking, there are different places that act as traps. There's like lava that you can walk over and, you know, fall in pits and whatnot. So they balance the game around fighting intelligently, because that's what it's all about in Nidhogg. So in Nidhogg 2, they kind of expand on that. There's still the rock, paper, scissors, high, low, and middle that they had in the first game, but with the rapier. But the rapier is not the only weapon anymore. So now you have the broadsword, which acts as the up and down high ground, but it's very slow, but it will knock the weapon out of anybody's hand if it connects. Second is the knife. It has a short range, but it's incredibly stabby. You can go high and low. You can even throw it well and fast. And usually if somebody lands on it, they're just going to instantly die. And then finally we have the bow, where you can shoot slowly, but you can shoot high and low, and they have to kind of bounce around to try to get around the arrow. So now there's a depth of play that did not exist in the original game. And the original game was fun as it was. It was a rock, paper, scissors fighting game, but now there's more nuance to it. So now you're not only dodging rapiers, you're dodging daggers, arrows, and broadswords. And you're also trying to avoid chasms and jumping over people and using jump kicks to knock the weapon out of your friend's hand, and rolling over, grabbing the weapon, stabbing them, moving to the end of the stage. So the game is still at its core Nidhogg, no matter what. It's still Nidhogg, but now it's Nidhogg with more development. There's more you can actually do than you could in the first game, and it adds just a little bit more to it to make this game incredibly fun, especially if you're playing against someone else. While the first game was all about rock, paper, scissors, now it's all about trying to intelligently outthink your opponent no matter what weapon you have. And Nidhogg 2 is probably the best game that you can do this in, because it's just a one-on-one match. It's very visceral. You're gonna die no matter what, but the actual goal is to reach the end of the stage on your side. So as long as they don't reach the end of the stage, it doesn't matter how many times you die. Sometimes you can even get past them. So if you can even get past them after it's your score, you can run all the way to the end as long as you're able to dodge their weapons. So there's a lot of different ways that you can play this game. You can be the escapist, you can fight it out, or you can just lose. But no matter who wins, you all get eaten by the Nidhogg. And ultimately, the addition of various stages really makes the game look better, because Nidhogg, while it was a great game for competitive play versus friends, it didn't really have that many different areas, and it kind of wore out in the first hour or so after you played it. But this one, you can keep coming back, and you can keep customizing your character and look at the gorgeous, abstract, kind of weird world that they created, and it's great. Now, is it worth the asking price? I would say it is, because if you didn't play Nidhogg before, definitely this is probably the one that you want to grab instead. But if you did play Nidhogg before, you know what to expect, but there's more for you. There's a modified system that is not only was as complicated as it was before, but now you have more complication to an already fun system. Now, will you be frustrated? Of course you will, because when you're playing single player, the computer knows everything by the time you get to the fourth stage. But if you're playing against your friends here and there, it's great. It even has online play, so you can hop on and just battle randoms if you want. It's no Smash Brothers. You're not going to probably play it for years to come, but if you're looking for a nice little challenge game, here you go. Nidhogg 2 is the one to get. It's a not beautiful game. I wouldn't say it's beautiful. It is a weirdly unique and interesting looking game with a great combat system. And you know what? It just doesn't care. It just throws you into combat, and it's a good competitive arena fighter. So play Nidhogg 2 if you want, or not, whatever. It's your money. Peace.